of both Indian knowledge systems and foreign policy. Heartfelt gratitude to all delegates, scholars, professors, students, and dignitaries for making the 12th International Conference on Indian Knowledge System and Foreign Policy a great success. Your insights and participation enriched the events. Good afternoon, everyone. I, Anushka Shrivastava, and I, Richa Singh, welcome you all to the valedictory session of 12th International Conference on Indian Knowledge System and Foreign Policy, hosted by Amity School of Languages, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow campus, in collaboration with the Indian Council of World Affairs. Over the past 2 days, this platform has witnessed an extraordinary confluence of erudite minds engaging in thought-provoking discussions on the profound heritage of Indian knowledge tradition and their impact on global diplomacy. Esteemed scholars, researchers, and academicians have deliberated on pivotal themes, exploring to shape contemporary international policies. This conference has illuminated pathways for future intellectual discourse, reaffirming that India's knowledge, deeply rooted in Vedic, Shaivism, and Buddhist, is not just a relic of past, but a beacon for the future. As we stand at the confluence of tradition and modernity, let us take this moment to insights gained and scholarship forged. It is only fitting that we commence this concluding session with the guiding voice behind this conference. We are honored to invite Professor Dr. Kumkum Ray Ma'am, Director, Amity School of Languages, to address the gathering. Ma'am, may we please have you on the stage?
Dear participants, this conference was a winning success for all the students. The Indian Council of World Affairs grant proved to take our Indian foreign policy awareness to the future generation that is sitting besides us, with us in the auditorium, and not only research scholars, faculty members, HODs, HOIs, but also the graduating students, the post-graduating students, engineers, management students, humanities and social science students, learned a lot through the multiple paper presentations on multifaceted areas of research on Indian knowledge systems and Indian foreign policy. As I stand here for valedictory, I'm so thankful to the core team of Amity School of Languages, the faculty who worked so hard for the last 9 months to make this conference a success. Shraddha Shrivastava, Tripti, Faraheen, Nishu, Rashi, Ayushi. They worked hard and Dr. AVR took care of all the hosting. I'm immensely thankful to the theatre club at Amity University, Lucknow, being guided by Dr. Rohit Yadav, a flashing gem of Amity School of Languages, the students participating in MEMISIS, Uday, Dr. Mantri assisting in all activities, Dr. Archana giving her contributions to editing papers, Ayushi for all the media work that is being done, Rashi for giving her contributions. More than that, I am grateful to our founder president, with whose vision I have been traveling for the last 21 years. And Modi ji is making our dreams come true to be a Bharatiya, where Bharat is Viksit Bharat and हमारा अमृत काल हमारी आंखों के सामने है। आज के हमारे स्टूडेंट्स, हमारे एमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी के बच्चे, ये सब इसको प्रफुल्लित होके देखेंगे और आगे ले जाएंगे। ये बात सच है कि नहीं है स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ एमिटी हियर? प्लीज गिव योर वॉइस। आप इसमें अपना योगदान करेंगे? लाउड वंस अगेन। भारत, विकसित भारत, भारत के अमृत काल में योगदान करेंगे? Very good. And that's why I am thankful to our founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, who will be leaving a legacy of multifarious exceptions for Viksit Bharat, and to our chairman, Dr. Asim K. Chauhan, who has always been motivating us, energizing us to move ahead. I'm also very grateful to our Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Anil Vashisht, our Deputy Pro VC Sir, Wing Commander Anil Tiwari, to all the HOIs, and of course, the biggest blessing of God is that my students and I are in connect, and the connect takes them forward and gives me a reward which cannot be matched by any materialistic achievement. So thank you so much. I would also thank my office staff, the academic coordinator, Mr. Mohit Bajaj, Mr. Akash Srivastava, the peons, Gaurav and Ramsuchit, the IT department, the administration, the hospitality department, the media department, and everybody who works joining hands at Amity University Lucknow campus. Thank you so much for giving us your support. Amity School of Languages moves forward just because of student of every institute gets connected to us through foreign business language, communication skills, and also I'm so thankful to Professor Pandey. He has joined us for this valedictory session. Thank you so much and welcome to the valedictory party, sir. Your presence is not only auspicious, but very, very meaningful for all of us who are here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your visionary leadership and unwavering dedication. Your commitment to fostering intellectual inquiry and academic excellence has been the cornerstone of this conference's success.
Moments of enlightenment, rigorous dialogue, and intellectual camaraderie deserve to be cherished. Let us now relive the essence of this conference through a special audiovisual presentation. For this, I would like to call BA Honours third year students Shrishti Verma and Shrishtika Tiwari to take us to the journey of conference.
Thank you so much. Honorable guests, esteemed speakers,
respected faculty members, and dear participants. It is with immense pride and a sense of fulfillment that I stand before you today as we conclude the 12th International Conference on Indian Knowledge System and Foreign Policy, sponsored by the Indian Council of World Affairs. What began as a vision in March 2024 has now culminated in a grand symphony of intellectual exchange, cultural reverence, and thought provoking discussions over these two extraordinary days. When we embarked on this journey nearly a year ago, we knew we were stepping into something truly monumental. The preparation was rigorous. Weeks and months of meticulous planning, outreach, and coordination to bring together some of the finest minds in academia, policy making, and research. And today, as we stand at the finish line, we can say with certainty that every effort was worth it. A glimpse into the conference, day one began with enthusiasm as delegates and scholars from across the world gathered for registration, setting the stage for an unforgettable experience. The inaugural session was nothing short of inspiring. Beginning with the lighting of the lamp, symbolizes the pursuit of knowledge and enlightenment. We were honored by the presence of distinguished dignitaries who graced us with their wisdom. Professor Dr. Kumkum Rehman, Director of Amity School of Languages, extended a warm welcome address setting the tone for the conference. Wing Commander Dr. Anil Kumar Sir, Deputy Pro Vice Chancellor and Director ASEP, and Professor Dr. Anil Vashish Sir, Pro Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Lucknow campus, shared their visionary insights, reaffirming the significance of this conference in shaping the future of India's foreign policy. Dr. Nivedita raised engaging introduction to the ICWA's research areas and sponsored projects, laying the groundwork for the knowledge sharing sessions that followed. We had the privilege of hearing from an array of erudite speakers, Sri Rai Mahima Patre, Senior Digital Development Specialist at the World Bank, Washington, D.C., enlightened us on the digital dimensions of development. The ever-inspiring Ambassador Dr. Deepak Orasa, Special Advisor in Africa and Ladakh, delivered a theme address that truly expanded our perspectives on diplomatic strategies and knowledge system. The post-lunch sessions were equally enriching, featuring stimulating talks by Professor Krishna Mohan Pandey from Banaras Hindu University and Professor Rajneesh Kumar Mishra sir from Jawaharlal Nehru University. Their scholarly insights bridge the past and present, offering a profound understanding of the interplay between Sanskrit studies and modern diplomacy. Today, as we gather for this valedictory session, we do so with a deep sense of achievement. The day was marked by Kalakriti, an art competition showcasing creativity at its best, and the much-awaited paper reading sessions, where scholars presented groundbreaking research that will undoubtedly contribute to shaping policy and academic discourse. Our valedictory session has been graced by the insightful words of Professor Krishna Mohan Pandey and Professor Rajneesh Kumar Mishra, whose blessings and reflections on the conference have added immense value to our discussion. One of the most remarkable aspects of this conference was the 9 insightful paper reading sessions where scholars, researchers, and academicians presented their groundbreaking work on the Indian knowledge system and its intersections with foreign policy. These sessions, conducted both online and offline, served as a melting pot of ideas, bringing forth diverse perspectives from across the world. The rigorous discussions that followed each presentation showcased the depth of research and the passion with which our scholars are working to bridge traditional wisdom and modern governance and diplomacy. The breadth of topics covered from ancient Sanskrit texts to contemporary international relations proved that Indian knowledge system traditions continue to shape the intellectual and political landscapes of today.
Adding to the vibrancy of the conference was the spectacular theatrical performance by Nemesis Dramatics and Film Club. The production of the was nothing short of mesmerizing, bringing to life the philosophies, struggles, and timeless wisdom embedded in our heritage. Through powerful performances, evocative storytelling, and mesmerizing stagecraft, the play seamlessly blended history with modernity, leaving the audience spellbound. It was a testament to the fact that knowledge is not just meant to be read and debated, it is also meant to be felt, experienced, and lived. The theatrical brilliance on display reinforced the idea of the Indian knowledge system that is not confined to academia but is deeply woven into our art, literature, and cultural consciousness.
And of course, no conclusion would be complete without the prize distribution, where we recognized and celebrated the exceptional talent and intellectual contributions of our participants. As we draw the curtains on this magnificent event, I extend my deepest gratitude to our organizing committee, faculty members, technical staff, student volunteers, and every individual who worked tirelessly behind the scenes. This conference was not just an event, it was a movement, a testament to the power of collaboration and knowledge. To our esteemed speakers, your presence has elevated this conference to an unparalleled level of intellectual rigor. Your participants, your engagement, curiosity, and scholarly debates have made this conference a success beyond measure. Though today marks the end of this chapter, it is only the beginning of the impact we will create. The knowledge we have shared and absorbed over these 2 days will continue to resonate in academic corridors, policymaking, and beyond. Let us carry this wisdom forward, ensuring that the Indian knowledge system remains a cornerstone of global thought and diplomacy.
Hi, it's Devranshi from Organizing Committee, and I have learned a lot about how to handle things under pressure, and it was really nice to have in be an organizing committee. I learned these things, and I'm being a part of it, and it's really amazing.
Hello, this is Arna Singh, a member of the organizing committee. One of the biggest thing I learned from this conference is how important coordination and teamwork are.
Hello everyone, this is Sara here, a member of the organizing team. And being in the organizing team, I learned so many new things. I learned to utilize my time better, utilize more opportunities. So many qualities have been enhanced in me.
Hi, my name is Drishti. Working in organizing team has helped me in knowing each other's perspective and helping me understand each other's problem, and it has been a great experience working in the team.
Hi, this is Disha, and while working in the organizing team in the international conference, I learned many skills like problem solving, leadership, as well as I learned how important communication is. Like every person has some or the other unique ideas, so how to embrace those ideas. So the working with team has been a really good experience for me to acquire new skills and learn the leadership qualities.
Thank you all, and may we meet again for an even grander edition in the future. Thank you.
Shrishti and Shrishtika for this wonderful presentation. It was worth watching for sure.
The presence of eminent scholars in this gathering enriches our understanding and reaffirms the sanctity of knowledge. We now invite Professor Krishna Mohan Pandey Sir, Department of English, Faculty of Arts, Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi. With over 41 years of teaching experience, he has contributed significantly to English literature, research, and academia. He has held prestigious administrative positions, including head of the Department of English at BHU, and has been a part of several academic councils and research committees. A recipient of multiple awards, including the Vice Chancellor's Gold Medal and National Merit Scholarship. He has supervised numerous PhD scholars and published extensively in Indian and international journals. His research interests span Indian English literature, post-colonial studies, and translation studies. We are privileged to have him with us today. Please join me in welcoming Professor Krishna Mohan Pandey, sir.
Hello. Am I audible? Okay, thank you. So it's mesmerizing. There is just one word, wonderful, mesmerizing. A good teamwork that I have been witness to in the last 2 days. It would have been better had I been there in person, but several things are not within our control. Anyway, whatever we get from whatever corner, we should be able to take. Our tradition says baladapi subhashitam. If good things come from even small children, we should take it. So this 2-day international conference on IKS and our foreign affairs, I heard the report and know how fulfilling it has been. I can just add a few things. IKS or IKT, I should say, Indian knowledge tradition, faced some hindrances in the last 1000 years or so. These had been brutal as well as sophisticated and cunning. But the tradition had multiple ways to preserve it. Yesterday, my friend referred to several ways in which we have been able to preserve those things. In moments of crisis, individuals preserved this knowledge system and later disseminated it. I again reiterate that what is the strength of our tradition? Asking basic questions, asking right questions, WH ones, no blind faith, but testing, verifying, and then believing are making others part of our knowledge tradition. That has been our tradition. The questions must be valid. It is not just vitanda, not questions for questions' sake, but should show the inquisitiveness. We should also remember there had been no such death punishment as we had in other cultures. We remember the case of Galileo, 17th century. Europe at its height, England at its height, and yet somebody saying this is the truth, found out. We are from the tradition of Rishi Aryabhatta, who could tell us much before the power of the solar system. It is not just blind faith. So there is no finality in our knowledge system. Whatever we have known, the complementariness, inclusiveness from the past and ready to add something to it. That has been our major claim. So ours is an open-ended system where we say Satyam vad dharmam char, that kind of thing. And at the final level, In all universities, when you have the convocation, I think that continues in Amity University as well, everywhere, when you have the Diksharambh, your formal education at one institute ends, but your real education begins. And these are the words Satyam Vad Dharmam Char. And there is one thing more. The Guru realizes I am not complete. I am not perfect, knows his or her limitations, so adds this very sentence as well. Yani asmakam sucharitani tani toya upasyani no itarani. Whatever is good in me, whatever you like, the positive thing in me, follow that only. If there were certain things you didn't like in my personality, avoid that, don't follow that. That kind of thing you do not find in different cultures. And then it also says, whenever in doubt, try to consult the wise people around you. No blind faith. Remember, 2000 years ago, Kalidas says, Purana Mityevana Sadhu Sarvam. No, something is old. We shouldn't just revere for that. And in that very famous shlok, he says, Santah parikshanyatarat bhajante mudha parapratyane drishti. Those who are wise people who they test it, verify it, and the foolish people keep on just blindly following it. We remember Gautam Buddha 2005 years and 500 years ago could say, a boat is there for crossing the river. It is foolishness to have the boat on one's head. We should revere the boat, but we should not carry that burden. We remember other Upanishads thinking about questions. The case of Nachiketa comes before us. He sees his father giving alms in the form of old cows. Two words remain in my memory: Peet Duha, Peet Jala, and Dugdha Duha. They are such cows which cannot even drink water, what to say of giving milk. And he stops his father. The significant thing is there is hastakshep, interference. So logical interference must be there. If you think something is wrong, yes, and he does that, and in that very process, one chapter of our knowledge system opens. The father is angry. Mrityavetwadasyam, I give you to death. And he reaches Yamraj. 3 days, young boy, hungry, waiting for Yamraj, who was out of his home for 3 days, and through 3 boons, 3 basic boons. And the boons are, my father should be, nobody returns from Yamlok, I should go back. My father becomes very angry. His anger should subside. And then another knowledge, this Gyan. And in that very dialogue, we come to know about Shreya and Preya and Vidya and Avidya. We discussed that yesterday. There is another example of Jabal, Satyakam Jabal. He was the son of Jabala, and when he entered Gurukul, the Guru asked the name of the father, and he said, I don't know. Go and ask your mother. He comes to his mother, and when he asks about his father, the mother says, I have served many rishis. I do not know who your father is. Look at this sentence, a small paragraph in Chandogya, just one paragraph. The kind of power. It's not the helplessness of that woman. She says, I do not know who your father is, but remember one thing, you are the son of Jabala. And so address yourself as Jabal. And our tradition regards him as Satyakam Jabal, and he is given the training. There is another thing. I am reminded of Kalidas. Abhigyan Shakuntal has been studied by many from different perspectives. Yes, feminist reading, all kinds of readings can be applied to texts like Abhigyan Shakuntal. For someone, it may be the best that India produces. For someone else, it is the misuse of power. Yes, the story borrowed from the Mahabharata. In the original, the king is bad. But when it comes to Kalidas, he says our king should not be like that, because he becomes a model. Someone may do wrong thing, but if a teacher, the vice chancellor, if the prime minister, if somebody heading the family, if he does something wrong, so one may have the complaint against children, but what when a child has a complaint against his or her father or mother? Unnatural. The students of literature remember Hamlet, his loneliness. I am not entering that. So this reality as well. The Gandharva Vivah is their secret marriage is there, and that is also accepted in the tradition. And the son of Shakuntala becomes the king of our nation, on whose name we have the name of our nation. There is another thing also. When he takes Shakuntala to Hastinapur, the king is taking rest, and the Rishi Kumar says, Avishamoyam Lokatantradhikara. 3 words. The king cannot take rest. He is occupying the chair, so one can approach him or her any time. So these 3 words, Avishram, Lokatantra, and Adhikar, the individuals. We also remember the dialogue between Gargi and Yagyavalkya. And also this very thing, Ati prashna nahi, the questions which are not logical, the questions for which there is no answer, such questions should not be asked. That kind of thing. We remember Shankaracharya, I referred to him yesterday. Yes. Entering into a dialogue, a shastrarth, not dialogue. The wife is the judge. Look at this kind of power. The wife is the judge, and when Shankaracharya is, when Mandan Mish is declared to be defeated, as judge she says, yes, partially you have defeated. You are a brahmachari and I am a married, he is a married person, so he will have to have shastrarth with me. And ask questions which should not have been asked. Asking about marital relations, conjugal relations from a sannyasi, from a young boy, and Mandan Mish and others stop that this question is not correct. Later we find the tradition of Vartik. For Vartik, one simple term, Uktam, Anuktam, Duruktam cha Vartikam. Whatever is said, whatever is not said, and whatever is badly said in a wrong way, all of them should find place somewhere so that we should know what kind of society we are living in. So Uktam, Anuktam, Duruktam cha Vartikam. Etymology. When we think of etymology, I remember 2 such things, because from an English medium school the bus stopped. Personal reference, and it may enlighten many of you. It may inspire many of you. 4th class and the bus stopped just 7 kilometers from my village, and my grandfather dropped me for 3 days, and then he said, अरे सुबह जाना तो ठीक है लेकिन लौट के लाना, it is just full day work for one person. You should study here where everyone has studied. बनना होगा तो जहाँ DSP पढ़ के बने हैं, DIG बने हुए हैं, डिस्ट्रिक्ट जज बने हुए हैं, बनना होगा जिसको बन जाएगा. And I was dropped in that very school, and the guru says, that teacher says, remember this sentence, just 40 years ago, how what kind of change has been there in our society in the last 70 years, and even in between that change, there were people, I treat them as Manideepas, I treat them as vital lamps which continuously burn, and many of us can have that lamp with us, inside us. Again Buddha's line, अपदीपो भव. So he said, English medium से पढ़ के आया, इसको आता क्या होगा, और छोटा भी है, इसको क्लास 3 में एडमिट कर देते हैं. I was studying in class 4, and he says, but he had been the teacher of my father as well. And my father says, जैसा आप ठीक समझें. I remember the half broken brick lying there and wanted to throw it on his head, but I did not muster courage. So for 9 days I was in class 3. And on the 10th day, he said, no, you know a lot. You deserve to be in class 4. And he had this confidence, the student of my school, will be number one, will top the district. Yes, he was right. I was not that person, but someone from my class became the topper of the district in class 5th. One thing, there is another personal incident. I won't name the teacher. He is happily residing in heaven. But I was given two great authors after almost 8-9 years of teaching. Two great authors from Indian literature paper. Earlier, I taught the Shakespeare paper and linguistics. And those two great writers were Tagore and Sri Aurobindo. And he said, तुमको तो समझदार समझता था, इंडियन फिंडियन में कहाँ फंस गए. Look at it. The colonial brainwash, a great scholar, being the disciple of a Sahitya Academy Award winning writer, a thesis that was evaluated by no one else, no less a person than the writer of The Mirror and the Lamp. The students of literature know the name, I need not name. So that kind of thing, this brainwashing that English is the language of those who ruled on us. We know we have mastered that English also, and we have modified it and have created a kind of identity for which Raja Rao had dreamt about 7 decades ago. We cannot write like the English. We should not. But we cannot write only as Indians because we are part of the larger world. The openness that we have in our tradition, I give you an example of how open we still are. Sahitya Academy Award given in 22 languages and Gyanpeeth to writers in Indian languages. The best text written in Indian languages. And a writer like Amitav Ghosh appears on the scene, and we think of just modifying our framework. English had been accepted. It can't be our mother tongue, it can't be our national language. But if some great text appears in it which represents the soul of Bharat, that can also be respected. That can also be given the award. And for that one writer, the frame was modified. So open we are. If I say it has been a continuous tradition, remember, we respect the places wherever two people meet, two rivers meet, it becomes a tirth for us. If there are three, it becomes Sangam. But even if when two rivers meet, it becomes a tirth. And I was referring to Nirukt, etymological meaning. One of the meanings of tirth is water. Water coming from two sources meets together and it becomes one. And we picked up that metaphor. So whether it was the confluence of two cultures, two people, two traditions, if something good comes out of it, we always were ready to welcome. Look at the 6th, 7th centuries Bhakti tradition in the south. What happens in up to 10th century? Kashmir Shaivism. 13th century, a young boy, Gyaneshwar, appears. He took Jal Samadhi at 21. Those who haven't read his books, especially for younger students, I would refer to go to that book. And if you happen to be somewhere in that part of Maharashtra, do visit the place where he took Samadhi. Jeevit Samadhi. Because we belong to that tradition where Rakshasas got a boon. कोई अपनी हड्डी दे दे, जीवित आदमी अपनी हड्डी दे दे, उससे वज्र बनेगा, तब मेरी मृत्यु होगी. And the demons could never believe that such a thing is possible. And he did that. Nachiketa, he gave his, I'm missing the name, Dadhichi, Rishi Dadhichi, sits in a yogic posture and says goodbye to his body. And from his bones, the Vajra is made and that demon is killed. Gyaneshwar. And you all know about the Bhakti poetry, 14th, 15th, 16th century. Some major change came during the last 2 centuries. But again, there was another kind of colonization, picking up as if it is our own. I give you, I know the time limit, give you briefly some examples. नीम, people, साधु, सन्यासी किस भाषा के शब्द हैं? To the students, we all know they are from Hindi or some Sanskrit or Hindi. But open Oxford English Dictionary, it will say those words are English words. It has been in recent times when we responded to that and we mastered that language, you find an Indian supplement. Maybe even in my lifetime or in your lifetime that will happen. You will have a separate dictionary of Indian English words, Indian English dictionary of Indian English words. You will find that. So that kind of thing. Remember, you told there are more than 200 papers here in this seminar, and they must be picking up some aspect of our tradition. Remember, when we say tradition, it is a continuous one. Its relevance in our present time, contemporary time. The reference to Sita ji was there yesterday. Nowadays we talk about single mother, and who can be a better example than Sita ji? And it was the first university where I could have that song before a conference. Congratulations to all of you for that. When I say it is an open-ended culture, open-ended civilization, I repeat, we had been an open-ended civilization, we were, we are, and we will be. And herein lies the power of Sanatan. The word Sanatan is not to something hoary. Nitya Nutan Sanatan. That is the definition. Something which is universal. And what can be the universal? The basic one, which has the capacity to renew itself. That if one possesses these two qualities, then it can be called a Sanatan. This is the period of technology. All ages are the ages of change. People say change is the only constant, but sometimes the change becomes very fast. The speed is very fast. The time in which you are living, my dear students, especially for them, because you are the beacon, you are the light for tomorrow, you are the hope. And that had been the hope of one of our gurus who wrote that great Granth, Natya Shastra. He writes and says there are many questions which have not been answered, but students like Kohal, and he said there are almost 100 students who will be able to answer the queries. They'll face the question and come with a relevant, convincing answer. I am sure this conference has inspired hundreds of minds which are ready to take up new questions, valid questions, and looking for the answers. And if the answer is not there, posing the questions before the people who they think they are right people for giving the answer. Remember, it is that very thing that we have in our tradition. Patra, eligibility. I need not explain the word eligibility. You all know. After passing intermediate, you can take admission in BA. But after doing your BSc, you cannot take admission in philosophy or BA in philosophy, and you cannot go to MSc or IIT. But yes, some basic test might be there. We are looking for opening up in that very area as well. Somebody might have read out of curiosity and might be knowing even without having the degree. If he or she can qualify that basic test, yes, he can excel in that very field as well. So we respect purity, we honor purity, but we also know that mixing is another way of learning. Sangam is something to be appreciated, but apatre naiv datavyam. Eligibility, even if somebody is there ready to take knowledge in whose hands, we know what is happening in the world. Oh, this nation should not have the atomic bomb, atomic power, otherwise it may destroy the world. We remember the story of Bhasmasur tells us, yes, some Shivaji is Augardani. He may give anything to anyone if he becomes happy. And then some problem is there. But we all know that if the problem is there, if it is valid, it will have some answer. All our scriptures, all our stories keep on giving us the possibility of the answer. Whether Krishna says in the Gita, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya, or Durga ji says in Durga Saptashati, whenever there is a troublesome time, I will come. My dear students, it's a happy time, really the Amrit Kal. We do not know whether it is Amrit Kal or not, but as soon as you say it is an Amrit Kal, your memory is brushed up and you remember when and how and what occasions the Amrit fell and where did it fell, symbolically in the form of a drop. And what is an Amrit, what is wish, what is knowledge, what is ignorance. The very word Amrit Kal makes us think about those again, those basic questions, and it keeps on refreshing our memory, brushing up our memory. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, Smriti Bhranshat Pranashyati. One who loses his memory destroys himself or herself. So anyone who does not remember his past, remember his or her past, is not just the individual, social, familial, personal, national, cultural. You keep on finding the layer of after layer in this very word, the word memory. We need to be reminded, like Hanuman was reminded, Kachup Sad Raha Balwana. I'm sure we had seen just 10 or 20 startups in India, and now we are the largest hub. And in future, it is going to multiply very soon. You'll find the largest number and biggest ones also being in our nation. Instead of job seekers, we will be job givers. I need not repeat those things and to bore you, but we have to be healthy for that. For dharma, to know between good and bad, dharma and adharma, it is also necessary to keep us healthy, to keep us whole, hale and hearty, because sharira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. If you are healthy, physically, mentally, emotionally healthy, we are capable of doing things. So, with these words, I stop myself and say Purnameva Vashishyate, that very mantra. Thank you.
So, for your valuable wisdom, your words resonate deeply, reminding us that knowledge is not merely an intellectual pursuit, but a guiding force in shaping civilization. Recognition is the highest form of motivation. It is now time to honor the outstanding contributions that have made this conference truly remarkable. We request our esteemed dignitaries to preside over the prize distribution ceremony, celebrating the exceptional achievement of our scholars and participants. As we come to the highlight, it is time to recognize excellence in research and scholarship. The Best Paper Award goes to Sachin Bambu, Malviya National Institute of Technology, Jaipur, Modi 3.0, Strategic Foreign Policy for Crafting Self-Reliant South Asia. When you will be credited in your bank account, you can give us our loan. The prize amount is rupees 1,000.
The much anticipated painting competition, Kalakriti, concluded with an incredible display of artistic talent in both the school level and university level. Participants poured their creativity onto the canvas, making the event a true celebration of art.
The first prize, a cash reward of rupees 2,000, along with a certificate, is being awarded to the most exceptional artwork, while the second prize winner receives rupees 1,000 and a certificate for their remarkable effort.
Now it's time for the award to be declared in two categories. The first category is a school level category for art competition. In this category, the second prize goes to Ananya Jain, Study Hall School. And the first prize goes to Prashunya Kumar, Study Hall School.
The second category is university level painting competition, in which the second prize goes to Stuti Mishra from Amity School of Fine Arts. And the first prize goes to Himanshu Yadav, Amity School of Fine Arts. To acknowledge the enthusiasm and dedication of every participant, all contestants are being presented with a certificate of participation. The event has been a resounding success, leaving behind a trail of inspiration and artistic brilliance.
Heartfelt congratulations to all our awardees. Your dedication and academic rigor are commendable, and we hope this recognition inspires you to continue pushing the boundaries of knowledge.
As we draw curtains on this intellectually enriching conference, it is imperative to acknowledge those whose tireless efforts made this event a grand success. We now invite Shrishtika Tiwari, Amity School of Languages, to deliver the vote of thanks. Shrishtika, may you please have you on stage?
So much. Good evening, everyone. It is both an honor and a privilege to extend my heartfelt gratitude on this special occasion on behalf of Amity School of Languages, Lucknow campus. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to our Chief Patron, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan Sir, Founder President, Amity Institutions, for being the guiding force in our lives. I am truly honored by the unwavering support of our esteemed director, Professor Dr. Kumkum Ray Ma'am. Her constant encouragement, visionary leadership, and invaluable guidance have been instrumental in shaping the success of this conference. We deeply appreciate her relentless efforts in empowering and motivating us, ensuring that this event was both impactful and meaningful. A special thanks to our esteemed speakers and guests for their engaging discussion and valuable contributions. I would also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Krishna Mohan Pandey Sir for enriching us with his invaluable wisdom and profound insights. His deep knowledge, throughout perspectives, and scholarly discourse have greatly contributed to our understanding, leaving us with a wealth of ideas to reflect upon. His dedication to academic excellence and his ability to illuminate complex concepts with clarity and depth have truly made this session enlightening and intellectually stimulating. Thank you so much, sir. I extend my gratitude to the coordinator and organizing committee whose dedication and hard work behind the scenes made this international conference possible. I would also like to express my appreciation to all the dignitaries for chairing the sessions. A heartfelt thanks to all the paper presenters, participants of Kalakriti Art Competition, scholars and attendees, and not to forget the presenters who joined us across India. Your enthusiasm, curiosity, and engagement have made this event truly rewarding. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the departments of IT, administration, procurement, accounts, security, and social media team for their invaluable contribution to the seamless execution of this conference. We sincerely acknowledge and deeply appreciate the hard work and dedication of the office staff. Your invaluable efforts and unwavering support have played a crucial role in ensuring the smooth execution of this event. Thank you for all your commitments and contributions. Lastly, but certainly not least, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our incredible student organizing team. Your dedication, enthusiasm, and tireless efforts in planning and executing this conference have been commendable. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shrishtika, for your heartfelt words and for acknowledging the collective efforts that brought this conference to life. It is the dedication of the entire academic fraternity that has made this journey truly meaningful.
With this, we bring the 12th International Conference on Indian Knowledge System and Foreign Policy to a fulfilling end. Over the past 2 days, we have rediscovered the power of knowledge, reaffirmed the relevance of our tradition, and envisioned a future where India's intellectual heritage continues to shape global discourses.
As we part ways, let us carry forward the wisdom imbibed, the connections forged, and the spirit of inquiry ignited in these 2 days.
Until we meet again in another academic endeavor, may knowledge continue to guide our paths.
Thank you and wishing you all success and enlightenment in your future pursuits.
May I now request you all to gather around the stage for group photograph. Just a little announcement. Outside paper presenters will get their certificates today and rest will be getting information on the group. And our competition students too.